Technique number 7 in the Kenpo Karate for Christ Orange Belt curriculum is circling wing. This again is our choke technique, and it's very similar to the one we did in yellow. The attack is the same as far as the choke is concerned. There's a lot of ways you can apply the choke, but we're still dealing with that kind of Frankenstein style where they're grabbing you with both hands from behind, choking. Now, if you'll remember from our dancer technique that we introduced in yellow belt last time, we moved towards them with this kind of rear cross and then spun out underneath it. We're going to move away from them this time, advancing forward, but since they're behind us, that's moving away from them. And instead of moving the right front to cross behind the left, we're going to move the left foot to cross in front of the right. So it's an exact opposite with the footwork. Now, when we went with the rear cross, it was a close. You didn't step very far behind your left foot. This time with your left foot stepping forward across the front of your right, you want to step out in front of it, giving a little bit more room this time. The idea is I step across the line of my front foot out far enough that when I turn, I'm in a right forward bow facing the opponent. So you want to turn and still be in this forward bow position. So to do that, I've got to step across but step out in front as well. And then when you twist, you'll have that forward bow. Of course, a lot of this is going back towards 6, so I'm going to angle it off a little bit here to the just back 45 so that you can see better. So as I step this time, I'll step the front corner and turn just so that you have a good angle for what's happening as we twist. Now when we do this here, again, of course it's a choke. First order of business with the choke, we got to protect the throat. Once again, shoulders up, chin down, create less space, just like we did in dancer. We're going to do that again. But this time we're advancing forward, and as we turn, lift the right arm high. And we're going to, that'll cause a disarm here so that they can't hold your throat. And we're going to wrap that arm, circling it over the top of his arms, and try and pin them in your armpit. If you can get both arms, great, but you should be able to get the right arm for sure, because it's the closer one to this side. So you should at least have that right arm hooked. If you can hook both, that's even better. But it's not mandatory for the technique to work. So again, they're choking from behind. I protect the throat, step forward. As we turn, we're going to lift the arm up. I'm wrapping that arm, and I'm going to pivot to this forward bow with a palm strike to the chin. There's our palm strike again, only this time it's cross palm strike to the chin. Right? Pin the arm, and we're knocking them away. Now from here, we're going to use that crane hand again. Left crane hand is going to come down on that arm, the right arm if we've got it, hooking that arm, pulling them forward again. We're going to go from our forward bow into a neutral bow position. So we're pivoting just slightly to the left, neutral bow, and as you do that, as we pull them in with this crane hook on the elbow, bringing them down, we're going to come up with the right arm like you're brushing your hair. Right? Comes up and vertical, and I'm going to hit him with the elbow again, coming up under the chin. Upward strike there. So we knock him away with this palm strike, we pull him back forward, and hit straight up, boom, catching them in the chin, boom, knocking their head back. So again, they're choking from behind, I step forward, I turn, wrap that arm, pivot with the palm strike to the chin with the left. Left hand's going to hook, and I'm pulling them forward, and I come up with the right vertical elbow, hitting right to the chin as I come up. The last stance that this technique is going to emphasize, it emphasizes forward bow as you turn, neutral bow as you shift for that upward elbow. Then we're going to go to reverse bow, straightening your front leg, or your right leg here, the one that's closest to them, and we're pivoting our weights all on the left, like a neutral bow, getting ready to escape. This is a defensive posture anyway. And from that elbow that we just did, as we pivot, this arm's going to orbit, circle around, and outward hammer fist to the stomach. And as it hits low with that hammer fist, the other hand comes up high to protect the head, because of course there's a big window here, open space. So this hand goes low, this hand comes up to protect. And that's circling wing in all the steps. 3 steps. Again, we're choking, we step forward, and as we turn, we wrap and palm strike. All that's step 1. Step 2, we're hooking. I'm going to do this vertical elbow up to the chin with the right, and I continue to turn, hammer fist out to the stomach with the right again. Right? And that's circling wing. One more time. Up, I wrap, palm strike, hook, elbow, and hammer fist.